I see endless comments of people saying Amazon FBA is not that easy, it's not as simple as you make it seem. So here are 5 truths about Amazon FBA that you should know before you start. So the first one is you actually need to put in the work for the first 6 to 12 months. So Amazon FBA eventually does run itself, but not right away. For the first 6 to 12 months, you need to put in the work. You need to market your product, you need to work on your branding, you need to send it to influencers, get the Vine reviews. So there is going to be work that's put in for the first few months, but then once your listing is ranking, once it's up and running and you're getting consistent sales, then you really don't have to do much. Number 2 is if you don't know why your product is better or different, then you should not sell that product on Amazon. So there are so many sellers selling the same exact product, same color, same quality. You should not be one of those. If you want to sell a certain product, let's say for example eyelashes, then you need to make sure or try your hardest for these lashes to be the best lashes on Amazon. Meaning you should look at the negative reviews, the 3-star, the 2-star, what are people not liking about what's already on the marketplace, and improve it, make it better or make it different. What's something that you can change about this product that's not going to cost you so much or not going to need you to manufacture the product from the very beginning, but it will differentiate you from all the other sellers. So you need to be able to differentiate yourself, or you need people to try out your product and say this is way better than the bestseller or way better than the Amazon store. So if you don't know why your product is better or why it's different, then you should not sell it on Amazon. Number 3 is if something seems complicated, it's probably more important that you take time to learn it and simplify it so you can understand it. Now with Amazon FBA, there are so many different things going on, so many new tools that they're adding every single month, every single year. Things like Amazon Global Logistics, where you can send your product through the Amazon freight forwarder and it's literally 1/3 of the shipping price that your manufacturer will probably give you, even for ocean shipping. This will save you a lot on cost. Things like PPC, so paid ad campaigns. These can seem to be a little bit complicated, but once you have it down and once you know how to do it, then it can be very beneficial to rank your listing. So even though these things might seem complicated, I wouldn't go the easy route and just avoid them and try to do what everybody else is doing because it's so simple and easy. No, you should actually take time to learn it, to educate yourself on it, to understand it. There's so much free content out there. I have a course on Amazon FBA. If you want my guidance and my mentorship, I'll leave a link to that down below. But you should take time to understand the complicated things with Amazon, because once you simplify it and once it becomes easy for you, then you are at an advantage over all the other new sellers on Amazon. For example, with PPC, I was running away from using PPC for so long. I found it super complicated and I did not even want to take time to learn it. Every time I would try to do it, I would fail, and I honestly judged my failing after like 2 days of running campaigns, so didn't even really give myself a chance to succeed with this. But my husband, on the other hand, took time to educate himself on it and he learned how to do it correctly, and it was actually very fruitful for his product. So it's very rewarding to be able to take time and educate yourself on something that may seem a little bit hard at first, because the returns could be very much worth it. Number 4 is scared money is no money with Amazon FBA. So investing in your business will always pay off. Now, I used to think like this because I would spend my money on other things that were not necessarily giving me a return on investment. I would spend it on clothes. I would spend it on, materialistic things. And I still do to this day, of course, but I think twice before doing that, because I would much rather spend my money or whatever money is sitting in my savings account. Obviously not all of it, but a good portion of it. I would rather spend that money on my business and invest in that, get myself a return on investment, and then with whatever money I'm able to make every month with my Amazon FBA business, then I can go ahead and shop and reward myself. So basically, I like to work, invest in my business until I see a return, and then I reward myself. So I need to be able to see a return first. I need a reason to reward myself, to go shopping or to go buy materialistic things, or to basically go spending on things that are not going to make me any money. So I know with Amazon and a lot of new sellers that are starting out, you want to be as frugal as possible. You want to save as much money as possible. But this will take me on to my next point, which is if you don't have the budget, then you need to be prepared to put in the time. This is so important. It's either you put in a lot of time or you put in a lot of money. So I say that you can start with a budget of around $4,000 to $5,000 $5,000 with Amazon. If you put in $4,000, $5,000, that doesn't mean you have the budget. That means now you need to put in the time to do the organic content and post on TikTok every day, post on Instagram every day, send it to influencers. So you need to put in the time for your business. If you have a big budget, let's say for example, you have $15,000 or $20,000 to start an Amazon business, then you can spend less time on your business and rely more on PPC campaigns, on paid ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads. You can pay for your traffic. So if you're not willing to put in the time, then you need to have the budget for it, and vice versa. One of them needs to be working towards your business. Also, if you have the budget, you are able to hire VAs. So even if you want to go the route of influencer marketing like I like to do and do the branding for your product, then you can hire a VA to do a lot of these tedious tasks for you, so you don't actually need to spend time doing them every single day. And another thing is not just about having time if you don't have the budget, is you also need to have patience. It takes time to get your listing up and running. It's not going to happen from the first month. I was struggling with this when we first launched our hanger. I wanted it to work and I wanted to get consistent sales from the first week, but you need to realize that with Amazon, it takes time to rank for your product. It takes A/B testing. Maybe your main image needs to change. You need to see what is Amazon reading your product as. We thought that our product was being read as a pants hanger, but it was actually being read as a children's clothing hanger. So we changed the main image based on that. So it takes a lot of trial and error, testing, pay attention to your listing, care for it, give it time, and success, it usually happens around the 6 to 12 month mark, but that doesn't mean you just sit around for 6 months not doing anything. For those first 6 months, you need to be hustling and working and putting in the hours. And no matter what, it's not going to be as many hours as you would put into your 9 to 5. Keep this in mind. It's going to be around maybe 10 hours a week at maximum. Other than that, there's really nothing else that you can do. So just put in those hours for your listing for 6 to 12 months and don't expect instant results. Remember, the most rewarding and the most long-term results will usually take time and they will not be fast. So yeah, guys, these are the 5 truths that you should know about Amazon FBA before getting started. I know it's not that easy. I have done it multiple times. I've launched around 4 to 5 products until now and I'm still going, but it is worth it at the end. The demand is there. Everybody is shopping on Amazon. So even if you have a business that is, for example, on Shopify now, I highly recommend getting your product on Amazon because you should be wherever your customer is shopping. Even if the profit margins are not as much as if you have your Shopify store, you might be getting a lot more sales and a lot more volume. So it actually compensates for that and you end up making more money. So why not? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this was helpful and I will see you next time. Bye.